Hello everyone, time for something a little different. Like I mentioned in previous videos that I was going to talk about Veilguard, so here we are. I know I also said I was probably going to have it be prepared, not quite scripted, but like had my thoughts gathered, but I kept putting it off, so I just like, okay, we need to do this. Here we are. So yeah, with the trailers, the the one trailer out and a bunch of teasers and other crap. It's only time to talk about it. And I already feel myself stalling as I'm trying to think of what to actually say. Well, I definitely have mixed feelings on it, but it's definitely leaning towards, oh boy, this is probably gonna be bad. There's just, here, I wanna get away from the epic music here. Oh, this block. Sorry, everyone. I don't know why they block you from signing in. It's not like it's showing my information. Well, there you go. There's some excitement beyond my words. Oh yeah, I don't have because this is on the PS5 obviously, so there's no save file. You know what? Let's look at options. Forgot you have to use the stick and not the gamepad. I know. Why are we talking about Inquisition? We're here to talk about Veilguard. Well, I wanted to get away from the music. Damn you, music being epic and getting me into it. Ooh, it's default off? How dare you, game? No, always. Always. Yes. I know, I got a lot to say and I'm wasting time with this shit. You know what, let's double check this. That looks right. I mean, I know you guys won't be able to tell because you're, you can't see my TV, so, eh. What's extra? Oh shit, look at all this garbage. Oh. Maybe we should do that. Yeah, you know, why don't I play frickin' Dragonage Inquisition multiplayer? I would now, but I don't want to talk to you when I'm trying to talk to you guys. Alright, let's see what happens when we do this. Oh, it has to be from PS3, never mind. So we're gonna have to start fresh. Because I already migrated my PS3 stuff to the PS4. So yeah, we'd have to start fresh if I did multiplayer, which sucks. Do people still play it? Play Inquisition's multiplayer? I wonder. Okay. So that's just information. Hopefully it's all attached to my account. Alright, yeah. I just want to get away from the music. I wasn't really... Okay. Okay, so here's quiet enough. So yeah, Veilguard. So that was really rough, what we saw. And what do I mean by that? Well, the character designs... I'm not going to say the whole art style, because you get to see Minrathous in the trailer, and that looked fine. The character design, it looks all cartoony, Fortnite, Overwatch-like. It's absolutely dreadful. We went from the pseudo-realism of the first game to the stylization of the second one, and then the third one was back to realism, but it was different from how Origins was. So seeing how characters look in Veilguard does not fill me with, like, there's so many things with Veilguard that do absolutely tear away all hope. Because first of all, let's start with 10-year production hell. I don't know if I've talked about that in the channel, but they've been working on it for a long time. And 10 years has gone by. All they have to show is that little gameplay trailer, in quotes, because it was a cutscene trailer, let's be real. How much gameplay did they show? They showed some basic hack and slash, like one or two abilities, and a little bit of the conversation wheel, which looks even more watered down than before. So yeah, that was a cutscene trailer, which I don't have any problems with the story setup. We're going after Soulless, but makes sense given the original name was Dread Wolf. Okay, so I'm trying to gather my thoughts, everyone. Sorry. So yeah, that was the 10-year production hell, and they didn't have much to show for it. Yeah, yeah. I know, dead air. It's. I like I've said all the things I've meant to say to myself over like the week or so, but hmm. And then like the Dragon Age team's they've all been fired or quit or whatever you want to call it. They're not at BioWare anymore. So a bunch of newbies, and we know how newbies work. Well, they're not the same people, but we saw Andromeda. Andromeda was a fresh team, and that game wasn't very good. And you expect Dragon Age to be better than Mass Effect? Because given both franchises' history, Mass Effect's clearly superior with a focused, concise trilogy, whereas Dragon Age, each sequel seems to go off in its own direction, which again is fine, but you know it doesn't do a whole lot of cohesion for the franchise going forward. Like I definitely say each game so far has been fun, all three of them, but they feel like they're in the same universe, but they're not sequels. Even though they're titled as sequels, they might as well be separate spin-offs. Which, if that's what they wanted to do for the franchise, that'd be fine. But yeah, okay. So character design. Yeah, like I was saying with it being watered down. Like if you just look at both the gameplay, like the actual like combat and the conversation wheel, it sure seems like it's really watered down, bare basic. Okay, it's all action oriented. We're trying to get non fans to play and sort of that not really gamer crowd, which is weird because Dragon Age Origins from its inception was sort of a D&D that's not D&D, kind of like Pillars of Eternity or Pathfinder. But here we are, even straying further away. Here, hang on a second, everyone. Okay. So yeah, I know everyone thinks that Origins, oh, is perfection. Everything past it's been terrible. I don't agree with that. I mean, I may have even mentioned that before. I'm fine with some making it somewhat actiony, kind of like Dragon Age 2. I think Dragon Age 2 has been the nice middle ground between like the slow tactical round stuff that's been in BioWare games, you know, Baldur's Gate, uh, KOTOR. It wasn't really in Jade Empire or Mass Effect because those were straight action. There wasn't turns or rounds, even if it's real time. It's just do. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, you know what? I don't even know where I was going with that. Dragon Age 2 straight away from that, and it was more actiony, like Jade Empire and Mass Effect. Which again, Dragon Age 2 was the nice middle ground. Like so you still had the class features, the abilities, all the stuff from Origins. It's just in a real time action Origin. Even then, you could still set basic attack to be like how it was in Origins, where you push it once, not mashing the button like an action game. So there was the option. And then Inquisition brought the tactical mode or whatever. So like that's praise for Inquisition, which I wasn't thinking I was gonna do. Like I have a lot of words for Inquisition, but we're here to talk about Veilguard. Okay, but yeah. So yeah, I definitely think that the first three games had their gameplay styles that still fit with the franchise as a whole. But Veilguard's it's getting watered down. It's all the lesser. And I've heard this from people. I don't know. I don't. It's not from any official source or anything. I haven't seen the gameplay footage. But supposedly they're taking away the three party members thing. It's just going to be you and two party members. So it's going to be closer to Mass Effect. That's what I kept hearing, is that they're bringing it closer to Mass Effect, which is very disappointing. Like, if they're just making Dragon Age Mass Effect but medieval fantasy, like, that is bad. Like, it's losing all its identity, and we're getting a watered down version of it too. So this is very worrying. Yeah, I said 10-year production, and they changed. I didn't mention this part, but they changed the title. I did say that part, but changing the title after 10-year production and months before release is not a good sign. You usually would change the name during production. Like, I think Inquisition's name got changed throughout production. It wasn't when the game came out, 2013, I think. They didn't change the name in 2013. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I was gonna say it's, yeah, because was it 2013? It's 2014. I know Inquisition's production got delayed a year, which was good. That Inquisition needed it. It could have used another year. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I don't hate Inquisition, but yeah. So yeah, uh, this doesn't bother me, but I know some people are bothered that the player character for Veilguard is it's a pre-made isn't quite the right word, but it's sort of a set character, kind of like Shepard from Mass Effect or Hawk from Dragon Age 2. But yeah, you're going to be able to customize their face. You're going to be able to pick their background, the male or female, whatever, um, that sort of thing. But people are adverse to that. They want to go back to Origins or like Inquisition here, where you get to pick. Here, you have to use this. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. You have to use the stupid stick. You can't use the pad, which is dumb. Okay, but anyway, yeah, they want it like this, and I assume you'll still get to pick your race and stuff, but you have, I think it's 6 backgrounds, and I assume the same 3 classes. They did not explain, hey, we're keeping the same 3 classes or not. Like, that was my biggest problem with the gameplay trailer. It's a cutscene trailer, and it doesn't explain what's going on with the gameplay. Like, obviously, rogues are still in the game, because that's what they demonstrated a little bit. But yeah, honestly, I'm not too thrilled with the 6 backgrounds that you're gonna be able to pick from, especially since most of them are new. So returning players will be like, what the hell is this faction? I think there was 3 returning factions and 3 new ones, and yeah, I know that doesn't sound so bad. I could be mistaken. It might only be 2 returning factions, but yeah. What else? Besides, no one from the original BioWare teams involved in the project. I've heard that BioWare has recently laid off 50 staff, so that's not good either. So definitely there's crunch going on with this. Yeah, I mean, I know, 10-year production, it still could be crunchy. If there's less staff and they're not veterans, then yes. I mean, I know I mentioned that Minrathous looked fun. Like, Minrathous looked within the style of Dragon Age. My problem is like, it's kind of going along those lines of they're turning Dragon Age into Mass Effect. I know Minrathous, capital of the Tevinter Imperium, all magic-y and stuff, but like, how they had magic in that city just made it look like it's a sci-fi. Like, they basically had searchlights and neon signs. I know, it's through magic, but it makes it just look like it's a fucking sci-fi. I don't want sci-fi in my medieval fantasy. I want medieval fantasy in my medieval fantasy. Keep the sci-fi in sci-fi, in medieval fantasy and medieval fantasy. I know. Only one little glimpse of Minrathis. I know. I should wait. That's the thing. Despite all my worries and complaints, I'm not excited. Like, I've been saying that even well before the recent announcements and trailers and such. I'm not excited for Dragon Age 4. Who gives a fuck? But I can't. The trailer and thinking about Dragon Age has done is I've sort of been revisiting the series. I've been playing Dragon Age Origins off stream, so I'm really getting back into it. And part of this video, obviously, is talking about the Veilguard, but I was going to mention that maybe for the future of the channel, I might actually play through the Dragon Age trilogy. Obviously, I'd be playing Origins on PC, so that means there'd be no mic, which kind of sucks, because I definitely have a lot to say about the games. I could just do Inquisition for the channel, which I'm thinking about. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I definitely want your guys' feedback on it, which is this video is perfect for that. So, I mean, I'm not done yet, but let me know what you guys think in the comments. Okay, back to Veilguard, though. Talked about the factions or whatever. Well, I was gonna say, I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna say. I've heard some people complain they got the lore wrong. I mean, as one of the party members appears to have a baby griffin with them. From other sources, they've said that, like, oh, there's this thing. I forget if it's in one of the comics or in one of the books that kind of hints at the Griffins returning. So I don't know. I haven't really read the Dragon Age books in a while, and I definitely don't get the comics. I've read like one or two of the novels. I kind of stopped around Inquisition's release. I mean, I don't know. It's not because of Inquisition. Well, not entirely because of Inquisition. That's like a whole nother story. But yeah. I don't know. It's just, it's like I've thought of all the things I was gonna say, and I'm still having trouble thinking it out and saying it. And I really should have scripted this video. Some ex Dragon Age team BioWare employees have commented on Veilguard. Both Mark Dora and David Gator. They seem to say relative positive things. They're professional. They're definitely being professional, but they also seem to be assuring fans that that it's not going to be as terrible as most people fear. I mean, not that they fully know, because obviously they're not working on the game. I mean, you know, a lot of the interviews they've done is they were talking about the name change from Dreadwolf to Veilguard. I think David Gator was the only one that really had a criticism, is that he was worried that since all the party members are going to be bi and romanceable, that takes away from their characters. I mean, obviously Dragon Age 2 did that as well. He's the one who pushed for the the specific romance options in Inquisition. While I really got mixed feelings on that myself, to be honest. Because at the end of the day, I want to romance who I can romance, but characters having set preferences does make them seem more like characters and not just like, oh, here's this gameplay mechanic. We gotta force it upon every character so everyone's happy. But going back to what David Gator was saying, it makes them less of a character because then they're just basically the player's plaything. Now, that particular wording is what I have a problem with because, like, again, it's a video game. It's for entertainment. You're supposed to play with it. But I guess from a story and writing perspective, yes, I get what he's saying. He's saying that you have to, like, it's a poor writing decision to just, oh, we'll make them this so the player's happy rather than that makes sense to their story or character. But yeah, I don't know. I'm really trying to think of what else I had to say for Veilguard. I'm sure I have it somewhere in the recesses of my mind, but I'm starting to run low on it. Like I said, I'm not excited for Veilguard, but I can't shake the feeling that I sort of want to get it. At the very least, I can play it for the channel and go, oh look, I bought this terrible game, so you guys don't have to. Oh, and I remember one of the other things I was going to talk about. So yeah, Veilguard, I expect it to flop. I really do, and I expect that if it does flop to be the end of BioWare. Because what's BioWare done recently? They've had Anthem and Andromeda, both flops. And then Mass Effect Legendary Edition, which did okay. It didn't like sell amazingly. I mean, I got my copy for free, so I didn't give BioWare my money. um, so yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not going to do well, and EA's going to be like, well, BioWare, you've been you've been losing us money for a while now, and some evidence for that is EA took BioWare off of Star Wars: The Old Republic MMO. Broadsword's doing Old Republic. So yeah, what's BioWare working on? Just Veil. They're really trying to push out Veilguard, which is coming out the end of this year when we barely got any trailer for it. Like that little cutscene shows the first like actual look at the game. That's not just concept art or a name title and other crap like that. And we saw more from Mass Effect's upcoming sequel than Dragon Age, which is pathetic because Dragon Age has been in production. As far as I know, that first trailer for the next Mass Effect was like, okay, we've begun working on it. Obviously, that's not true because you have to at least start the project before you get a trailer like that. I know it's just a cinematic trailer, so yeah, I guess they could have whipped that up and then start production, but that's very unlikely. Usually they have something like the project has to be greenlit from EA, and then they'd have to actually have something, and then like okay, we're ready for a showcase. Let's make a cinematic trailer. But yeah, Dragon Age Veilguard's failure makes me think it's the end of BioWare, and that means no more Mass Effect. I don't know, because even if EA closes BioWare down, they still own the IPs. They wouldn't just throw them in the trash. So maybe Mass Effect's fine, even if BioWare closes, because they could always. I don't know. I don't actually know how many studios EA has. I know they bought them up over the years, but how many studios are still functioning at EA? I mean, obviously they have whatever team that works on all their sports games and shit like that. They got the Apex Legends team, so yeah, they're there. Although I don't think they. Well, actually, they might. You know what? They might. If they do close BioWare, they might just give Mass Effect over to the Apex Legends. Say, okay, guys, make a single player game, and then you guys can add multiplayer to it. So yeah, it's not looking good. The game itself's not looking good. BioWare's not looking good. Bunch of layoffs. OG team's gone. 10-year production hell. Game's not looking good. So yeah, I don't expect Veilguard to do well. I don't expect BioWare to last. I mean, it's just BioWare name anyway. Like all the people who worked on the good games aren't at the company anymore. So yeah, that's Veilguard. So I guess I'm gonna wrap things up here. But like I said, I'm thinking Dragon Age for the channel. I mean, the problem is I still need to wrap up Stellar Blade and the other things are going. And I really want to do Unicorn Overlord. So Dragon Age in the future, but not Dragon Age right now. Like this is probably the most Dragon Age I'm going to give you guys for a while. Here, you know what? Hang on, everyone. Let me look at some Dragon Age Veilguard stuff, and maybe that'll help refresh my memory on what I wanted to say. I'm starting by going to the actual Veilguard page. Like the things they're really trying to get you to unite on a battered world, rally the Veilguard, which is the stupidest name ever. Like, I mean, changing the name is bad, but I think Veilguard itself sounds stupid. Like, maybe it'll be like the Inquisition. Oh, it's just gonna be this faction that's formed by a bunch of heroes and their followers. So, fair enough. Like, that'd be in the game. I mean, I'm trying to even think of my initial thoughts of Inquisition. Like, I don't recall thinking anything about the name. Well, that's the thing. Back then, I trusted BioWare and Dragon Age because I loved Origins and I loved 2. And I will state this. I'm sure people, I may have mentioned it before, I'm sure people figured it out, but I like 2 more than Origins. I know. People are like, oh, you're dumb, or oh, you're wrong, or whatever stupid crap in the comments. But no, I really do think 2 is better than Origins. But anyway, Veilguard. And let's see, become a leader. So it really seems like it's going to be Inquisition 2.0 that's watered down. Like, I'm fine if they kept the sort of, I don't know if Inquisition formula is even the right word for it, but that where you're, hero who ends up becoming the leader and building up a faction. Like, again, that was kind of fun in Inquisition. My biggest problem with Inquisition, it's over a 100-hour game, and it's not grindy. There's just a lot of busy work in it. Like, it's a fun game, but like, that's the thing about me playing for the channel. Like, I got to commit to over 100 hours. Like, let's see, what was the only other 100 hours? Like, we just played Dragon Quest. It'd be comparable to that, so 60 something part playthrough. So I really have to commit if I'm going to do it, and we'll see how that goes. I'm trying to look at, like, supposedly there's information on this. Okay, let's see. Information about the game here, but I'm looking. Okay, here we go. So they did announce all the. Well, I assume they announced all the party members. I don't know for a fact. But yeah, I might as well talk about that since we're here, right? So Scout Hardy makes a return from the previous game, the Inquisition Scout, which is like that's weird. What if your Inquisition stayed intact because that was one of the major choices for Trespasser? Like, do you disband the Inquisition or do you keep it but with reduced power? So I guess Scout Harding leaves regardless of how you left the Inquisition. It's like, wow, okay, Harding, no loyalty there. And I guess Varric too, because Varric's in the game. Wait, Varric's not a party? Oh, ooh, that's like a spoiler, isn't it? Varric's not a party member, but we see him in the game. Oh, that seems like he's gonna die. Because that's the whole cutscene thing is Varric's talking with Solus, so I guess Varric dies. Like, that's sure what this looks like. Oh man, if they had the balls to kill. Like, I appreciate that them having the balls to kill off Varric, but like, what a dumb decision. And we got Davrin, the Grey Warden elf guy, who has the baby griffin, which I kind of mentioned. Which, I might like that dude. Like, that seems like a cool dude. Okay, we got Balara, the Veil Jumper, which was one of the most of the Fortnite Overwatchy looking characters. I don't like her or the whole idea of just jumping into the veil and jumping out. That's so stupid. It's the whole point. It's supposed to be a ritual with lyrium. The previous game's heroes getting sucked into the veil were extenuating circumstances supposed to be really rare and like never happen. So the whole concept, we could just jump in and out of the veil. It's so stupid. Okay, we got Tash, the female Kosith, who doesn't look very feminine. So a lot of people complained about that, and I'm one of them. Honestly, I didn't care for that. That's the usual stuff that's happening in video games these days. I mean, why can't we have our ladies be ladies? Okay, next up we got Lucanus. That's the assassin guy, I think. And we got Emmerich, the necromancer, which that guy seemed kind of cool too. That's one of the reasons. Hang on, everyone. I know I'm losing my voice. I've been hearing it. It's funny. Yeah, I need to do a talking video. I'm losing my voice. I don't know if I'm getting sick or something or what, but yeah. Anyway, what was I talking about? Emmerich the necromancer, and it brought up like I really wanted to see gameplay. I wanted to see the classes. Like, is necromancer a skill tree for the mage now? Because that might get me to play mage first time around. Because usually I do warrior as my first playthrough, and most of my playthroughs. I think Origins was was the only time I picked mage first playthrough. I went elven mage, and yeah, it's not my go-to anymore. I mean, I still do that sometimes when I replay through Origins, but yeah, it's usually elf warrior. Obviously, you can't do that in two because you have to be human, but yeah. So the necromancer seemed kind of cool. Let's see. And then Nev's the lady from the trailer. The lady with the dumb hat. She's got a square on her head. It looks so stupid. The ice mage lady. And then looking at places you'll visit. So you're going to be in the Tevinter Imperium and Ravane. And then coming soon for more locations. So the Tevinter Imperium and Ravane, so two countries. But I mean, it's like with Inquisition, you didn't really get to explore everywhere in the country. Like honestly, in Origins, you didn't even really get to explore all of Ferelden. But I definitely say Origins did the exploration of a single location the best. Obviously, too, being located in a city state, it was advertised. I mean, I get people don't like oh, I'm only in a city. There's less locations, um, which isn't true. There's more. Like that's the thing. People complain about Dragon Age 2. Oh, it reused assets. Actually, Origins reused more. It just seems like 2 didn't because Origins had tile sets restricted to regions. So every time you go to a different region, you got a different tile set. But 2 had more tile sets. It's just that they're mixed and matched together because they're in the city. I know. I'm basically screaming at a wall anytime I try to praise Dragon Age 2 because I've interacted with the Dragon Age fans. Everyone shits on 2. Like that's something you can't change people's minds on. It's just like people shitting on Sonic 06. I'll defend that to the end of my days as well. I know. I'm not. I need to stick to Veilguard. Stop talking about other crap. Okay. Well, that's all we're gonna get from the official site. I don't know. Maybe that is it. Yeah, we're over a half hour in. You know what? I think we're done here. I mean the whole point of this was talking about my thoughts on uh on Veilguard, and I've done it. Like, for real, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I actually do want to interact with you guys. Maybe you guys can think of something that I didn't mention, or bring up stuff I've said in previous videos where I was talking about Veilguard, which couldn't be many of them because the Veilguard stuff's recent. But I know I've talked about who gives a shit about Dragon Age 4 in previous videos as well. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I really want to talk with you guys about this. And I want to hear what you guys have to think. Hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys think the game's gonna be good. Like, honestly, I'd love to be surprised with Veilguard being good. It's just what they've shown me makes me lose confidence. Plus, all the background information we know makes me lose confidence in it. Like, I still might get it, but that's just me being stupid and throwing them. Because, like, I bought Anthem. I threw my money away. I'm not going to lie about that. And as for Andromeda, I don't know if I call that throwing my money away. I still haven't finished the playthrough of that. Like, I obviously talked about it on the channel repeatedly. I've initial playing through it when it first came out. I played about roughly like halfway through the game and I stopped. And then whenever I revisited it last, which was somewhat recent, I don't know, a year or two ago, whatever, I played through it again, and I still ended like about roughly like 50% of the game complete. So like it's that game's boring. I know, you're talking about Andromeda and the Veilguard. I know. I mean, this was really a talk about BioWare video, but yeah. Anyway, that's it for the video. That's it for the stream. That's it for the video. Thank you all for watching my video. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. All the good things at all the usual locations, which would be YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, Odyssey, and Kick. You want to see more Just Cities from me? Check out Locals, Getter, Twitter, Minds, and BitChute. And more content for you soon. Quick reminder, all those channels I just listed are free. All I'm asking for is your time and attention. So go check them out and think about extra consideration. So normally I would say, oh, I'm going to take a break and start up a real stream. But since it seems like I'm losing my voice, I don't think I'm going to do a talking video. So yeah, no Stellar Blade today, I don't think. Because I don't know, I'm powered through this, but I don't know, my voice, like I'm losing my voice, it's a little hoarse and stuff. So yeah, I'm thinking this is it. This is it for now. I might play a no commentary stream later. I don't know. I didn't really have anything planned for today other than this, so we'll see. Like, tune in later and I might stream something, or if not, catch me another time. But anyway, take care. Bye for now.